Imagine having a yogurt that is filled with protein, packed with nutrition, and something that is totally dairy-free. Do you think that's possible? No? Yes? We totally think that it is absolutely possible. 70% of the world's population is something that is struggling with lactose intolerance, and that yet the dairy-free industries are still producing products that undergo fermentation, which means that most of the dairy products are still 100% not dairy-free. So what if we can change that? Hello, everybody. I am Srimukhi Margaret, a food science student at UW-Stout, doing my master's here. And my team and I have come up with a development about non-fermented pea milk, spirulina-infused yogurt alternative, which is dairy-free, which is filled with nutrients, which is filled with vitamins, and also has the perfect creamy texture that you can find with a normal, regular yogurt. Okay, there's a growing demand in plant-based industries, and these growing demands are something that are usually not considered because the market products that we have researched on are something that we have studied, and we found out that the market products are either creamy or they are not 100% dairy-free. Or if they are focusing on the creaminess and they are if they're focusing on the texture, they're forgetting about the fact that it has to be 100% dairy-free. And that is the bridge that we have taken opportunity of, and we have built our product. Our product is made out of pea milk, which is the source of protein and nutrients. And the spirulina that we have added is filled with antioxidants, vitamins, and it also gives a beautiful color to it. And not to mention that we have maintained our pH at exactly 3.5, which makes it perfect enough for it to be shelf stable. So imagine having a yogurt that gives you all the proteins and nutrients, but can also be kept at the tabletop. So that is a plus. And we assume that this innovation is something that can totally reshape the whole dairy plant-based industry, because this can be mostly enjoyable by all the people who have dairy restrictions, or the people who are athletes, or people who just want a wholesome snack. And at the end of the research that we have developed so far, we think that we have focused a lot so far about the needs of a person as to how much they could have. Like 5 ounces of a serving, we are giving you equal amount, like 6 grams of protein is what we are offering. So far we have focused so much on the needs. Why not focus on the flavors that we would want people to also have their taste buds being satisfied as well? That's my time. Thank you so much, and I'm open for questions if any.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So when you were conducting your research, what was the most, where did you find the most stumbling blocks? What were the biggest challenges? Was it around the texture? Was it around shelf life? Was it around taste? What appearance? What did you find to be the biggest stumbling blocks?
I think the entire research was really smooth, but the only place that we kind of had a huge bump was when we were trying to do the HPLC method, which is where we were trying to prove the presence of a certain vitamin in our product, which is vitamin E, because of the addition of spirulina. But because the software was actually very new and something that we were all learning about, it was a huge task for our team and us, even Dr. Kim, who's sitting behind you. It was a huge task. So I think that was where we kind of had so many test errors, but I totally think that that's how we learn. We learn from our mistakes, and then that's how we get the end product. And today we are here with our end product, and our poster is also having the results on it. So yes, thank you so much.
When I think about yogurt, right, I feel like it's a market that's very, very saturated, and obviously you would add a new element to that market. When you think about but you would likely in many ways still be competing in a market that already has a lot of product out there. Are there any other ways you feel like you can differentiate yourself as you were exploring this and researching it that might help you have a great
Absolutely. So there are already a lot of yogurts that are present in the market, but there are none that is giving you 100% dairy-free as well as the creamy texture. So when we usually try to do fermentation over any plant-based milk product, it usually ends up curdling, or it usually ends up looking like a gummy, which is not what yogurts are supposed to be. So us, without even doing fermentation, when we are trying to offer you something that's equally what anybody could have, and it could also help someone without who's having dietary restrictions. I think that is one. And the other thing, as I ended with saying that we would want to input some flavors into it, I think because our yogurt's already green in color, we would actually try to infuse matcha in it. There are so many people who love matcha, and I know people can be picky with a green yogurt. So why not add matcha and make it a little more fun? So I think matcha would be something that we would add so that it just stands out. Thank you.
Does it work right away? Okay. So as a consumer, pea milk seems pretty straightforward to me. It's kind of like an almond. I kind of just assume. The spirulina, how would you, get the benefit of that product and why it's important out to the consumer?
Right. So spirulina is basically a superfood. It is considered a superfood, and it is having a lot of, it is very highly antioxidant. So the only reason we added spirulina to it was because if we just used pea milk, what else are we giving other than just pea milk to it? People can also just consume it. So adding spirulina, it also gives a lot of vitamins to our product, which is vitamin E, and which is also essentially important for people. So if we're also offering something that has a lot of proteins and nutrients, we're also offering vitamins in the same yogurt, which we don't find in any plant-based yogurts, which is why we added spirulina in it. Thank you.